Today I am going to do an activity using Ubuntu. So in this activity include three main questions. So in first question include 10 questions. So what is OpenSSL? OpenSSL is a general purpose cryptography library that provides an open secure implementation of the secure shortcut layer SSL and transport layer security TLS protocols. So the next question is create a file with the text of hello world. Now I'm going to use Ubuntu terminal. Actually you can create this text file without using terminal, but I'm going to use terminal. I'm going to create that text file inside the documents vi lab1. You can use any name. I'm going to use lab1. I'm not going to use .txt. If you need, you can use .txt, but I'm not going to use txt. Okay, press insert button, type hello world and type escape button, wq, save it. Okay, you can see this text file inside the documents here. Hello world. Okay, now I'm going to the next third question. Calculate MD5 value, SHA1 value, SHA256 value that generated file. Now I'm going to calculate that values. First I'm going to show inside that lab01. Before I said you can use .txt. If you use that, then you have to type txt. So I didn't use it, then I no need to type txt. Hello world. Okay, now I'm going to calculate MD5 value, some 01. This is the value for MD5. Now I'm going to calculate SHA1 value. SSL SHA1 lab01. This is SHA1 value. I'm going to calculate SHA256. Okay, so we need to save these values in 3 text files. Now I'm going to save these values in 3 different text files. I'm going to say MD5 value in MD5 MD5 value 1. I'm going to save now I'm going to save SHA values. OpenSSL SHA1 value, SHA1 value 1. Now I'm going to save SHA256 value also, 256 here 256. okay, so MD5 value and SHA1 value. Okay, the next question, change any one letter on the created text file, and again we have to calculate that MD5 value, SHA1, SHA256 values. So I'm going to change that create a text file here, lab1, only one letter. I'm going to change it to D to B. Save. You can use terminal to do this, but I'm not going to use terminal. Okay, now I'm going to again calculate MD5 value. You no need to type again. You can see the first value and the second value totally different. You need I have changed only one letter, but the MD5 value totally different. Now I'm going to calculate SHA1 value, that also totally different. You can see. Okay, now I'm going to calculate SHA256. 256, that's also totally different. Okay, we need to save these three values also different text files. I'm going to save it to value 2, MD5 value 2, and SHA1 value 2, and SHA256 value 2. Okay, MD5 value 2 and SHA1 value 2. Okay, the next question, analyze and explain the output in terms of differences of hashing algorithm used and differences of values obtained in third and fourth question. We need to find differences between third and fourth question. Before change and after change that file, text file. This is the way to find different diff. I'm going to find differences between MD5 values, MD5 value 1 and MD5 value 2. Okay, this is the differences between that MD5 values. Now I'm going to find SHA1. SHA1 value 1 and value 2. Okay, now I'm going to find SHA256 also. SHA256 value 2. Okay, this is the differences that values. The next question, okay, calculate the MD5 value, SHA1, SHA256 value for a directory. Now I'm going to calculate directory values in MD5, SHA1 and SHA256. Okay, I'm going to calculate it in file. I'm going to calculate a file. We need a MD5. I'm going to calculate MD5 sum lab01 and colon MD5 sum. Okay, this is the value for directory, MD5 value, lab1 directory value. Now I'm going to calculate SHA1 value also. Here I'm going to change it to SHA1, and here also, SHA1. This is the SHA1 value. I'm going to calculate SHA256 value in directory 256. Okay, these are the value for directory. The next question, directory mean that we the created lab created text file name lab1, that's the directory. Before we calculate that inside value, now we calculate that directory value. So the next question is do a small change in the directory and calculate that values MD5, SHA1 and SHA256. I'm going to change this lab file, rename it lab0121, yes, rename it. Okay, now I'm going to again calculate that values. We have to change it to 1, not 0, 1. To calculate MD5, you can see it totally different, only change one word, one letter. Now I'm going to calculate SHA1, change it to 0, 1 to 1. Okay, you can see it's totally different. I'm going to calculate SHA256 also. We have to change it to 1, not 0, 1. Okay, you can see those values are totally different. Okay, now I'm going to move to next question. Okay, analyze the outputs obtained for question 6 and 7. So in my opinion, very little change in the directory MD5 sum, SHA1, SHA256 are totally different. These values are totally different. The next question, what is the differences between hashing and encryption? So an encryption is a two-way function that includes encryption and decryption. But in hashing is a one-way function that changes a plain text to unique digits that is irreversible. So there is no way to reverse the hashing process to get that original password. The next question is, what is the most secure encryption mechanism and why? So in my opinion, I think RSA asymmetric encryption algorithm and one of the most secure. The reason is because this method uses two keys, private and public, to encrypt and decrypt the message. So both private and receivers and public key of the sender should be known by the receivers to decrypt the message. These keys are 1024 to 2048 bit long, which makes difficult to guess the key. It's totally difficult. It's actually difficult to guess the key. So I have completed that first part. Now I'm going to move to second main question. Try 3DS or AES symmetric key encryption on text file on Ubuntu using the OpenSSL package on the terminal. Okay. Now I'm going to use first AES. I'm going to clear it. I'm going to outside. Okay. Now I'm in outside in documents. I'm going to use AES echo to type hello. This is my AES encryption model. You can type anything you want. I'm going to save it in plaintext.txt. Okay, now I'm going to set up, I'm going to encrypt it. Okay, we can open that plain text here. You can see that, hello, this is my encryption model. I'm going to encrypt it. So using open SSL, you can see, yes, 128 and EZB -E. I'm going to encrypted that plain text.txt plain text.txt to go to save that enc5 open SSL enc-aes 128 zb-e-en plain text that created text file. I'm going to here miss that dash. I'm going to save it to aes enc. Okay, we have to set a password. I'm going to set, you can set any password. I'm going to set abcd 1 2 3 4, again abcd 1 2 3 4. Okay, you can see here that encrypted file, we can't open it. Okay, now I'm going to do 3ds part. Okay, I'm going to use that echo, and I'm going to type this 3 encryption. Yes, encryption. I'm going to save it to plain text. Yes, I'm going to save it to another plain text. Text.txt. Before create that, I'm going to move this file to document. The reason is we can't create same file name in the same directory. So the plain text, yes, okay. I'm going to see that, I'm going to show that inside that plain text file .txt this encryption. Okay, I'm going to encrypt that plain text file. Open SSL use to set -3. We use -3 method in plain text.txt file, and dash out. I'm going to save it -3 and encryption encryption file. I'm going to save it .bin. Okay, now we have to use another password. I'm going to use abcd 321 abcd 321. Okay, now you can see this the plain text, there's 3 encryption. You can open it, but there's 3 encryption bin file, we can't open it, that encrypted. Now I'm going to move to the last question in this activity. Try RSA asymmetric encryption on a text file using the OpenSSL package on the terminal. Okay, RSA method. I'm going to clear it. Okay, now I'm going to create private key OpenSSL then RSA dash out or set private dot pem. You have to set bit 252048. okay, generating RSA private key. Okay, now I'm going to cat it private dot pem. okay, you can see begin RSA private key and RSA private key. Now I'm going to create that. We need to create public key also. I'm going to create public key. Okay, open open SSL RSA in private pem. I'm going to set it to public dot pem and out form pem dash pub about. Okay, writing RSA key. Now I'm going to get that public pem file also. Okay, begin public key. Now I'm going to encrypt that plain text file, that created plain text file, this file, using RSA public key. I'm going to encrypt that file, created text file, encrypt it, encrypt in private in that plain text file .txt file. I'm going to save it RSA encryption. Open SSL RSA TL encrypt in key. Okay, now it encrypted. Now I'm going to check that created file RSA encryption encrypted file. Okay, you can see is encrypted. We can't see that value. Okay, now I'm going to decrypt that created encrypted file. I'm going to decrypt it. Open SSL RSA UTL. Okay, I'm going to decrypt it. Decrypt in key private hash in that created file RSA encryption RSA encryption, and I'm going to save it out RSA encryption .txt. yes, RSA encryption .txt. oops, something happened. Oh yes, here RSA open SSL RSA UTL decrypt in key. Yes, here we need to change it to here. Okay, now it decrypted. Now I'm going to check. Yes, we can open it. You can see here. Yes, that's the end of this activity. I hope you can now do this activity.